What's up? It's Joshua. And I was listening to Nancy Mason. She was talking about, I like Nancy Mason. Nancy Mason hot. Not single no more. I was Nancy Mason. If Nancy Mason was single, I look up Nancy Mason hot. Anyway, I was listening to her talk. She's like talking about people, work requirements, and being fulfilling. And I was like, yeah, okay. You mean like, because I walked through South Carolina, right? There's more churches than there are in houses in South Carolina. There's like big old churches. You mean like reading nursery rhymes to everybody on Sunday? You mean like that kind of work, reading nursery rhymes and Dr. Seuss to everybody on Sunday? Everybody comes in on Sunday and you're reading nursery rhymes about some shit that anywhere. I can understand Christianity. Like I understand like what Shem was doing. I really do. Like building the society, but because for a long time the church was the social program that took care of everybody, that got everybody from like the end of the Roman civilization to where we're at now. But governments have been built. The church, the fake church, Jesus Christ isn't real. You know, I could see it in a time like Jesus Christ. We need everybody to believe in this so they keep on. But Jesus Christ isn't real. The shit's made up. I know it's made up. I've proven it's made up. You guys know that it's made up. Most of the people know. Everybody who's even like going, I don't even know if you follow it or not. I don't know. It's bad for them, right? I could see if the point would be like, well, we can't dispel this because this is the basic social structure that helps people and saves them. But the governments have been built. You guys do it. So there's no reason for everybody to go in on Sunday and listen to somebody be like, I do not like green eggs and ham. Some I am not. All right, Paul of Tarsus, let's turn to Ephesians. Paul of Tarsus, that's in Turkey, dude. He went to the synagogue and they tried to stone him in Asia Minor. There were no Jews up there. It didn't exist. The temple hadn't been broken down. There weren't any Jews up in Asia Minor or anywhere. It's a made-up story. But no, Paul of Tarsus. Why did Paul of Tarsus is in Turkey? Paul of Tarsus from Turkey was down in Jerusalem, but he was in Turkey. And then all the synagogues, and he went into preaching to all the synagogues. There were no synagogues in Turkey. You want to know why there were no synagogues in Turkey? And this isn't even, you can go like, all you people that are like, Newt Gingrich, I'm a scholarly person and I love history. The temple hadn't been destroyed yet. The Jews hadn't been dispersed. There wouldn't have been any Jews in Turkey. Paul of Tarsus is made up. Right there, alone. Anno Domino. You want to know how Anno Domino, a monk came up with Anno Domino because, you know what? Easter, I know Easter falls on a Friday. Passover doesn't. Passover rotates. It falls on Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday. And it goes by a lunar calendar. The only time that Jesus Christ could have been crucified, right, when Pontius Pilate was governor, was 33 AD. That's how they came up with it. And it says in the Gospels, Jesus was 33 years old when he died. That's how they came up with Anno Domino. The only problem with it is Herod dies 4 years before Anno Domino. So then they made up Josephus, and they're like, well, John the Baptist might be... No, that's how you guys came up with it. Because you fucked it up. You fucked up the story, and then you're like, well, Anno Domino, no, not Josephus. And then you guys just start making up. But that right there, it proves Jesus Christ isn't real. The only time that Jesus Christ could have been crucified on a Friday by the lunar calendar, which you can go look up, is 33 AD. The gospel says that Jesus Christ was 33 years old when he was killed. The only time that he could have been crucified on a Friday when Pontius Pilate was the governor of Jerusalem was 33. That's how they came up with it. And you can go back, and then you can go look up when Herod died. Herod dies 4 years before that. It's made up bullshit. You think that anybody at Prego, they would fucking have researched that and they would know that. Paul of Tarsus, there were no Jews in Turkey. The temple hadn't been destroyed by the Romans yet. The Jews wouldn't have left. They went to Egypt. They came back. Nebuchadnezzar takes it's in the story. It's in the Old Testament. They go to Babylon. Then they get released. Then the second temple's there. They're still there. They haven't been dispersed. Paul is preaching during the temple still hasn't been destroyed yet. So there's no Jews in Asia Minor. It's made up. It's a cult. It's made up bullshit. I mean, right there. The false husband. Go look it up, man. It's fucking readily available material. Go look up the Dead Sea Scrolls, which are like 200 years before Jesus Christ. You know what they are? The story of Jesus Christ. Augustus Caesar got a hold of one of those fake messianic tales and made it a religion, and now you guys all worship it. And there's fucking churches built all over, and like, oh, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus. There is no Jesus Christ. There never was. It's Dionysus. You can't be the lamb. You can't be the sheep and the shepherd. I am the sheep. I am the shepherd. Are you the sheep or the shepherd? You can't be both. You're either the sheep or the shepherd. Well, actually, I'm the lamb. Well, you want to know why he says he's the lamb? Why they made up the lamb? Because Dionysus is the Greek god is the lamb. And the Passover has nothing to do with the atonement of sins. So they're like, what? The lamb got crucified? What? That has to do with like that's not even the Judaistic atonement of sins day. But it's the Passover lamb, and he's the lamb, and he's the shepherd. He's the shepherd, but he's the sheep, and because you guys because it's made up bullshit. They're right there. I just in like 10 seconds. Like, you want to? I see this one guy, man. Like, I don't even know who he is. Right? He's on TikTok. He's like this older guy. They're like, oh, he's arguing with like 18-year-olds about Christianity. They're like, who said that Jesus Christ said he's God? And he's like, well, in this gospel, yeah, because you're right. Why don't you come argue with me? I will destroy you. Bishop Barry, I'll tear Bishop Barry apart in like about 10 seconds. Papa Leo, I'm fucking telling you, why don't you come and sit down with me? I'll tear you up in about 10 seconds. I'll tear that shit apart and put it back together because I know exactly how, because God told me exactly how you guys did it because he's the one who was in control of it. I know exactly how you made it, why you made it, how you made it, when you made it. Jimmy Jack Corn made it, and Dionysus and the keys. Why are there so many keys in Revelation? There's the key of Peter. Whatever you lose in this world, God has to do, and you have to see the Peter, and so you have the key. All right, how long have popes been saying shit? God didn't do that. I thought fucking God had to do whatever you said he had to do. But then you're like, well, Protestants broke up. No, it's the same shit. Just because you made up a fucking another name for it doesn't mean it's not the same bullshit. Well, there's the key of Abaddon, and then there's the key of Jimmy Jack Corn, the key of Janus, the Roman god, the Greek god Janus. That key. Well, there's the key of Peter, and whatever you say, Peter, God has to do. Well, I just heard Pope Leo say some shit the other day, man. God didn't do that shit. Apparently that key's bullshit. But it's the Jimmy Jack Corn key. Well, wait, what? If there's a key of Peter, which God has to do, I would think that was the ultimate key. Why is there a key to hell, and then there's a key to David, and there's a key? Why would you need two other keys? You guys should get a fucking keychain, is what you need to do. You think somebody would research this shit, man? I didn't know because I wasn't paying attention to it. You know, I didn't think it was my job. And then all of a sudden God came along and he said, hey, guess what? This is your job. All right. Here, go check this out. I didn't go and learn the logos. You know why the New Testament's in Greek? Because it's a pagan language. Because Hebrew is the language of God. Because Satan can't corrupt Hebrew. So it's in Greek. And then they sit around and like all these people are like, you guys try to make because you want it to be fun because it makes you feel good. And you're like, well, his name is actually Joshua. Actually, his name isn't fucking anything because it's in Greek and it's made up bullshit. And even if Jesus isn't even the translation to Yeshua in Greek, it's Joshua, and the translation to Hellenistic Greek is Jason. You're not even right on that shit. You guys have no fucking idea. But like, there's all kinds of fucking churches. We're doing church business. How much money do you fucking these churches got, man? I went through fucking South Carolina's fucking church. There's more churches they're fucking you. Like, oh man, but these guys, you people need to what? How much money are them fucking churches getting? That's what we need to know about.